Hi, hello, good evening, and good day. This is Strat Chat, and we have the absolute pleasure of being joined by Jake and Ollie, recently evicted from the Big Brother Australia house. So, first off, thank you both so much for joining us today and having this conversation, taking some time out of your life just to do this. So, thank you.
That's all right, guys. My pleasure. Glad to be here.
Happy to
Thanks for
have
having
you.
us.
Thank you both. All right. Absolutely. All right. Definitely got a couple of questions for you. Let's kick this thing off with our little theme, and then we'll just get into the whole thing. I am Kyle Petty, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host John Dunphy. Gina couldn't be with us this evening because she's working. This is Strat Chat again. You can find us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod, and we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And before I get any sass for it, I want to get ahead of it. Ollie, it is not my fault that you are not in the theme. Okay, there was no clean photo of you. I was scouring the social medias, and it was only in that one reel, and I couldn't do a screenshot fast enough. All right, so we're working with what we got. Okay.
No, fair enough,
But like,
man.
still,
Fair enough.
much love to you. No disrespect intended. I'm like cringing. I'm like, oh gosh, oh god.
Oh, man.
But first and
Lay
foremost,
off.
listen, thank you both again for hanging out with us today. Thank you so much, taking time out. So first question. How familiar were both of you with Big Brother? Like, was this something that you always wanted to play, or how did you find this?
I grew up watching it as a kid, always watching the Friday Night Live games, watching all the challenges, the uncuts, all those like massive ones. Grew up with it around me, so I definitely grew up with it around me. But the last few years, I didn't really watch it lately, so I had to refresh my memory before going on quickly.
Yeah,
familiar,
I'm
Ollie?
very much the same. I'm much the same. Like I watched it growing up as a kid. Like we'll sit around, watch Friday Night Live. Massive fans, and sort of hadn't really watched it much in the last couple of years. And next thing you know, we're on it.
That's awesome.
No, that is awesome. So what prompted you to apply this time? Like, did the theme of the season kind of like motivate you a little bit, or what brought you to it?
I didn't even apply, to be honest. I got found on my mate's TikTok.
We got drafted. We got drafted.
Yeah, we got drafted.
Oh, all right.
How nice. How nice. We keep applying to play our version of Big Brother, and nobody even gives us a second glance. You guys,
Yeah, well,
you guys
that's
are walking around just getting asked to do things. Well, excuse us.
well. I think that's also because Jake and Ollie are probably much better looking than we are. So.
Hey.
Come on, boys.
Well,
Stop it. Stop it.
Honestly, I'm sure that has to do something. I'm still good entertainment, though. Tits and all.
Mate, you're hilarious, man. I reckon you guys are hilarious. I mean, listen to a few of your podcasts. They're sick.
Yeah, like we just have a good time. We love this show. We love this game.
Yeah.
First hard question is for Ollie. So because you began this game as an intruder, which we have seen is sometimes difficult, right? Do you think that entering the game that way like impacted your game at all?
It was definitely difficult entering as an intruder. I think because the house has been running for about 2 weeks, people would form bonds with each other, and I know
2 weeks
2
is a
weeks
long time.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a long time outside, but in there when you spend 24 hours a day together, it's
Right.
Yeah, bonds form quickly. So it was definitely hard coming in as an intruder, but yeah, I just gave it my all, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I did have a question like along with that too, because you came in as an intruder, and it seems like in this season, in the House of Love theme and everything, like it seems like the couples have really sort of like dominated things at times. And we saw, Ali, that like you had a bit of a connection with Monet, and Monet seemed to be pretty interested in you. So like, do you think that her interest in you and your interest in her could have put an even bigger target on your back because of the fact that she was with Louis when you got into the house and everything?
Yeah, I do think that's true. Having sort of that connection for me probably did put more of a target on my back. But yeah, like I say, just coming in later and everyone had formed bonds already, it was hard from the get-go. But I probably haven't done myself any favours by sort of that little attraction there.
Well,
oh man,
in that line for Jake, how do you think coupling with Ari at the very beginning of the game impacted your game?
At the start, I think it was sweet, man. I think we were doing awesome at the start. Like we were coupled up. We were fine. We were getting along. Obviously Josh was with her sister as well. So me and Josh even got a bit closer as well because we all started hanging out together. I reckon it was going awesome, man. I was on a great roll until Ari sort of she jumped the trains. Yeah, she jumped ship on me. So that sucks, man. Honestly, yeah.
And do you think that like the uncoupling kind of like made a target out of you? Like, how do you think like relationships affect things?
Mate, I tell you what, the couples were dominating that game. They ruled it. I definitely when me and Ari split, it definitely got hard for me in there, man. Definitely I could feel the pressure on me because you had all the couples sort of working together in a way. They were all teammates, and we had a few floaters. Like they obviously were floating, and you could see towards the end of my time, I sort of try to grab a few of the single people, say let's work together because these couples are going together. They're gonna chip away at us one by one, and you can already see it. Me, Ollie, then there was obviously Tay. I was trying to work with Gracie, mate. Not Gracie, mate. Maddi-Rose. Sorry, trying to work with all the singles, chip away at these couples, but no, definitely not the case for us.
You really had a rough stretch there, between Ari, kind of jumping off, and then immediately nominating you. Like that was not,
dude.
That was a rough deal.
What a dog, man. That was so full on, man. Like, dude, I was like, surely not. Surely she spent the past like week with me. Like we were sleeping together. We were full on. We were in the bed together. We were hanging out all day. We were coupling it. We were boyfriend, girlfriend. I was like, surely she would not put me up for nominations, man. Like, she'll at least give me that break from dumping me. Because literally the day before, we went on that date. That spicy date. I don't know if
the hot date. Yeah.
Yeah, the hot date. And that went really well, like in the end for us. We came out sweet. And nah, man, she straight away threw me under, man, up for nominations. And I couldn't believe it, honestly. I was pretty pissed off, man.
I don't blame you. But we didn't actually get to see any of that. Like, I will give you some credit there. You really like kept a cool head. I would have flipped out.
Yeah, dude. Like I tried my best, mate. Like, yeah, it's full on in there. At the same time, like I'm not an angry person. I'm not like that. I don't really like becoming that bloke. But mate, when she put me on there, even you saw her say, she was like, "Oh, who went? That was when that's when Bella went." She's like to me, "Oh, don't worry, you're just up there. I had to pick someone to fill in the chairs there." And I'm like, really? There's like another 10, 15 people in here you could have picked from,
She just kept saying there was nobody else to put up. And it's like, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah, come on, no one else. No way, mate. That's what
that turned you into a meme, Jake. That's just a meme going around now. There's no one else to choose.
I knew probably the show would become a meme. I had a feeling. I did not want that.
I think it's crazy. And like, so what happened after that? Like, so you had mentioned before that like, the men were kind of like rallying behind you. You kind of felt the support from them. Was there any blowback on Ari for having made that decision?
There were.
Like, did anybody say anything or just went up?
Dude, honestly, not really for some reason. It was because TJ was. Like, TJ's actually a good bloke. In the house, before all that happened, we hung out during the day. He was a funny guy. The guys liked him. We all thought he was a good bloke. but he did his job. As an intruder, he came in and did a damn good job of it. But like the guys and everyone was sort of all right with it, especially the girls. Like girls are just happy when girls couple up, man. And she went in and they were all right with it. And the real people that got affected was me and Bella. Bella was obviously pissed. Bella was raging too, and that's sort of what I thought brought us closer. But in the end, no, not really for me and Bella as well. When I copped that vote from her.
Yeah, we forgot about that whole thing. As we were coming up with our questions and everything, like that's something we asked Bella about the other day. But damn, yeah, you really got burned at the end there. You guys, you had that nice moment in the pink room, right? And you guys had you shared that nice kiss and everything like that. And then all of a sudden, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna work with you. I'm gonna work with you." And while the edit didn't actually show us who she voted for, Sonia told us that Taylor only caught one vote. And we knew you voted for Taylor. So it was like, wow.
Bella,
what happened here?
She's a snake in the grass, man, if you ask me, dude. I did not see that coming there. Absolutely snake in the grass. Maybe Monet was right, man. I'm not too sure. I think, mate, I thought we were sweet. We did the challenge together. We got really close. We even bonded, because we both got broken apart from our partners. We were like, yeah, we have it out for them. We work together. And then we were both up for eviction. And she's very, it was a very flirty house, obviously. She flirts. Everyone was. And I was sitting there and I was just in my head, she's obviously attractive. And I was just thinking, you know what, I might not see her or one of us is going to go. So I just thought, why not? Let's go for it. And she reciprocated back. Apparently, we went for a hookup. And even she said, I was like, oh, we're voting Tay. She's like, yeah, 100%, Jake. 100%. We're voting Tay. 110%.
Oh,
man.
man.
I was raging after that.
After you saw it, did you text her after the fact and be like, yo, what happened?
Yeah, dude. I lost it. I absolutely lost it, man. I was losing it. I couldn't believe it. I think, actions speak louder than words, mate. I knew exactly. Another one, man. Reality TV show there. I'm not finding my wife on there.
Well, to be fair, though, is there any room for the possibility that, you know what, she kind of read the room and she's like, you know what, at this stage, it's either going to be me or him, so maybe I should just put my vote over there just to try and keep myself here.
Yeah, she was playing the game. It was probably a bad move by me, mate. In the end, maybe she knew she had trying to tip the scales between me and her. I was just too oblivious, mate. I was just. Who knows what I was thinking about, mate? Yeah, I screwed up.
You're just there to have a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Damn.
Oh,
damn. Tough end. It was a real tough end.
It was. I wanted to ask Ali, obviously you came into the house with Maddi-Rose, and then she decided, unfortunately, to walk from the game. And I'm just curious, because it seemed like she was a pretty big target in the house. And so do you think that Maddi-Rose deciding to walk from the game contributed to your eviction? And could it have bought you some more time to build some of those relationships if maybe she hadn't?
Yeah, that's a good question. Look, I think you're spot on there. Her leaving inside the house, I knew straight away that I was in a bit of trouble. I thought that was just going to buy me a bit more time, a couple of extra days, form relationships. And when she did leave, I was sort of getting into a really good spot. I was in with the girls, sort of mingling with the guys. So I thought, if I could stay another couple of days, I'd be in a better spot. But can't help think that her leaving did contribute to me getting evicted. Yeah.
Well,
she was only 19 too. Poor thing. I felt for her.
Yeah. It was hard. It was hard adapting, but I don't know. I guess you know that when you're going in.
Right.
Yeah. It's isolating. It's isolating because, like you said, I can't believe it was really 2 weeks that everything had been going on before you guys walked in. It's one thing, Bella had shared that by the time she got in the house, it had only been a couple of days. And even that, when you're in a situation where you're only speaking to these people, you're cut off from everything else, that's still plenty of time to really form.
It was 2 months in there. Yeah,
it was exactly. To go weeks before you guys walked in, it's what am I going to do? I'm not walking right into a relationship. Then I might be.
Yeah. it's wild how quickly people form relationships in there. Like it actually blows me away. Just happened, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, Kyle and I were talking about it when we were coming up with questions for you guys, and we were just saying how like being in the Big Brother house, like the time is so differently because 2 weeks doesn't feel that long on the outside world, but when you're in a house and you have no phones, no television, it's just the people around you that you have to continue, talking to and conversing with and getting to know. It's like that. Those 2 weeks probably feels like months.
It does, 100%, man. Like I said, you're in there. And because 24 hours a day hanging out, and it's amazing, what happens in there, how fast you come mates and relationships and everything. Like I've been single for 2 years, man. It takes me ages to get to know someone, and in a few days, man.
It's crazy as well. Like you don't realize without a clock, you lose track of time. You don't even know what time of day it is when you're waking up. Like it just becomes irrelevant. It's crazy.
Even
wild.
that I never gave any thought to also. So there's not even a clock in the house. Like, never mind knowing like what day it is. There's no clock.
You'd wake up, you have no idea what time it is, even going to bed. We had no idea what time it was, and like just go straight to sleep. It's late. Like I have no idea what time it is, man. It's probably like 3 a.m. for all I know, and I'm jumping around in the bed and thinking it's only like 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's gotta be really jarring because you can be like totally wired, then all of a sudden somebody's like, "Go to bed." You're like, "Oh, really?" It's just like laying there with your eyes like stuck open.
Yeah, I'll be in the backyard. I remember waking up and like trying to work out where the sun is, trying to work out what time it is in the backyard.
That's great.
That's so funny. Get a sundial or something to figure it out. It's so silly. For either of you, do you feel like particularly betrayed by anyone in the house?
I think this one's for you, Jakey. I think this is
definitely Ari. Definitely, that was a big one for me. That's where, that hit me hard. Honestly, that was probably the biggest hard hit from that. Like, I get TJ as an intruder. I put myself in his shoes. If I was an intruder, I probably would have done a similar thing. I'd have to. He has to make moves. He has to try and connect with people. I feel for TJ. But Ari, I trusted her. I had a feeling TJ, had the hots for Ari. But you know what I mean? Like, if you got a missus, you're at the club, guys are going to go try and hit on it. It's her, not most 90% of the time should be like, leave me alone. I got a boyfriend. I thought she'd be able to just bar him off straight away. But nah, she obviously flipped. It just hit hard because I was so close to Ari and we spent so much time together. How she could just flip like that in one night. That hurt, honestly. Yeah.
And some of that may have even been affected by the fact that didn't they get to spend the night in the king and queen suite?
Mate, I don't know if you watched the uncut. I know that was a stitch up because you could see if you watched the diary room. I said I don't trust them in there. I tried. I said no, I don't like it. But you had all these couples not wanting. I had Monet ready to rip her hair out, thinking about Louis in there with Bella. And I was like, oh my God, no, Monet's going to kill someone soon. Like, she's about to lose it. And I could see that I'd probably handle it a lot better than Bella. I thought, I was pissed, but at the same time, I started feeling for Monet. I was like, she's this poor girl, man. She's not handling this at all, man.
No.
That pants punishment really caused a lot of trouble in the house.
Oh, the pants, man. Bloody devil, those things, man. That flipped everything upside down, mate. Did not help at all, especially Big Brother stitching me up straight away. As soon as you put TJ and Ari in there, I was just sitting there like, oh, what have you done? Big Brother to me.
Yeah, that definitely was a setup. That's unfortunate. You feel betrayed by Big Brother himself. That's really...
Big Brother himself, man. Like, come on, bro. You knew exactly what happened, mate.
What happened?
Put the cherry on top, man. And then he wants to put them in a room as well. Just spoon feed them. Just put them together already, man. What more can you want to do?
I mean, were you at least satisfied? Did you watch any further? You got to see the date that they went on. That was satisfying.
Yeah, I watched it when they got all the food splattered all over them and everything. Yeah, that was definitely
fun.
Yeah, definitely that was funny. Definitely, I reckon. Yeah, that was actually really good to watch. I was actually enjoying that one.
Yeah, she had that coming.
Come on, Dan, throw ball. Come on.
Yes, exactly. Not enough. It's not enough.
Not enough at all, man. I was loving it. That was funny.
So what are the relationships like now? Like, because there's some certain relationships that I feel like we didn't get to see. So, we spent a lot of time talking about how the time in the house, like, 2 or 3 days can seem like, months, if not years. Are there any relationships that went on in the house that we didn't get to see? Like male or female, like friendships, relationships, anything?
Yeah. What happened? Obviously me and Ollie are mates. I've stayed good mates with
Yeah.
Zach, dolphin trainer. He's
Oh,
come down to
yeah.
Melbourne this weekend.
We love him.
We've been
Yeah.
up a couple of times. A bit of
I
bromance.
think
nice,
everyone
nice.
gelled really well in the house. Like everyone got on like the house on fire. Cliche, but
Right.
yeah, they only really want to show the drama side of things. Like
Right.
I feel
right.
like if you got on and it was all happy days, it didn't really make any cuts. But if there was drama, they loved it. They just loved
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Who did you kind of link up with friendship wise, Ollie?
I stayed pretty tight with a lot of the boys. Josh, believe it or not, Louis.
Louis, really?
That's it.
Yeah, Louis. And yeah, like chatted to obviously Jake as well, and then chatted to a few of the girls as well. So sort of like stayed contact with everyone as much as I could. But yeah, I feel like unless it was drama, it didn't make any cuts.
Right.
Yeah.
And like it's cool to hear about like some of the relationships that you did get to form, because like you said, like the show wants to show the drama because that's what people are so interested in, which makes sense. But we definitely like love to get to know you guys more as like people too, and just know who you're hanging out with, who your friends are, and all that stuff. So it's cool to hear a little bit more about some of the relationships you got to build while you were there.
Yep, definitely, 100%. Yeah, it's good. That's a good point. Without the drama, we actually all hanging out, like getting along. Like, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make that show that we all bonding over through. It was really good, to be honest.
Don't get us wrong though. There was still lots of drama. That was full on, especially after the pants situation, man. Like, that's when I intruded after the pants, and it was hectic in there. It was crazy. Like, yeah, there's lots happening, lots going on.
Yeah, the pants literally brought people together, but I believe that's when the majority of the split started to happen as well.
Yeah, definitely.
The pants really set this game on fire. Yeah. So Jake, do you still talk to Ari, or what's going on with that there? At least friends now that it's after the fact?
After the show, like we exchanged a few messages here and there just to chat. She was a lovely girl. She was great. We got along really well the time we were together. We chat, is just exchange a few messages, but nothing more like that. No, fairly enough. I saw, who else have I chatted to? I saw Bella, a couple of weeks ago. Who else have I seen? Nah, me and Ari, just mates. Nothing further. I don't know. I'm not sure if she's talking to TJ still or what's going on there. So
yeah, I'm really curious to know what's happening there.
I'm also interested to know, because Ollie, it seems like a lot of the girls in the house were very taken with you when you entered. So I'm curious, are there any girls that you've kept in touch with or continue to talk to now?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so. For a bit after the show, just all the girls stayed in contact. But I did see Maddi back in Perth a couple of times.
Wow, so that did actually happen, huh?
Yeah, I might have caught up with her once or twice.
Okay.
That's sick. I didn't know
that. Surprise,
everybody's coming to Strat Chat to get the tea.
They're all really good girls. So, yeah. Even the housemates.
I love that. That's awesome. If either of you had the opportunity to repeat this experience, is there anything that you think you might do differently?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, me personally, I wish I was a bit more strategic at the start, because at the start, like, I know it's the house of love. I think I was a bit too caught up in the relationships and everything. Obviously, you saw me with the love triangle thing, trying to meet all the girls. I was really too focused in on the girls. I feel like I should have gone in and sort of set up a bit of a plan and just sort of a bit more strategic. I think I fucked up there, because you see, towards the end of my time, that's when it's too late. I feel like I started to try and get strategic, get the single people to gang up on the couples. It was too late for me. I think I wish I got in earlier and switched on a bit better.
Yeah, That's true. And I feel like by the time you've realised it's too late as well, I think the thing that I would have changed, I would have gone harder to try and flirt with Monet, I think. Would have put me in a better position. Like if I had him, I know it's like a bit snaky, but if I had him snake Louis, yeah, I probably could have been in a better spot as well. Like the couples were so strong in there.
Right.
Yeah, I think you really almost had to do that because that's honestly, I'm sorry, Jake, but that's kind of what happened to you. TJ was an intruder, and he slipped in and took Ari from you. You know, like that's
right. He did a good job. No, he did a good job as an intruder. That's exactly that's what I said. Honestly, if I was in there, I would have done a similar thing to TJ. So, hat off to him. He did well.
Yeah.
Definitely, though, some credit to Ali though, because you're campaigning at the end there when you knew your back was kind of up against the wall here because you were up against TJ. You actually did try, and like I don't want to speak out of turn, but at least from what we've seen so far, it looked like you were trying the hardest to save your game in that moment. Like we didn't really see a lot of campaigning from other people, like when they were in that position. So like, at least that, 3 cheers on that front.
For sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready to leave. I know that. I wasn't ready to leave. Unfortunately, I just didn't do enough. But I can leave the house saying I gave it my all, I guess.
Right. You deserve some
pretty heartbreaking, but yeah.
That was rough. The next day to have another eviction against you and TJ, just like that.
Oh man,
help you there. That's hard, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jake.
You didn't know
it should have been you and Maddi-Rose. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, legit.
Yeah, no, that was tough too because you didn't know it was coming. How do you even prepare for that? Like it came out of nowhere and right off the heels of TJ getting 0 votes on that last one. Like, how could it possibly go any other way? So yeah, damn.
Yeah, it was tough. I sort of accepted it at the end there.
Yeah, another stitch up. But we know Jake has to get out of here. Jake has to go to work. So John, do you have anything else like before we say goodbye to our good friends here?
No, I don't think so. This was all I want to say is just that this was so much fun. You guys are awesome. It was like really, really fun to watch you guys on the season. I just wish that you were, you were still in there. So
thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Sorry about work
absolutely.
too. This is probably gross, but
please, whatever. So happy to just be able to chat with you guys. For anybody listening or watching, where can they find you after the fact? Where can they find you on social media? And
Instagram, Jake Vella.
Yeah,
just Instagram. Yeah, Jake Vella. Normal, straight out.
And Instagram, Ollie Walton.
Oh, nice and easy.
I love it. Yep.
Yeah,
we love it.
Keep
Simple.
Keep it simple.
Absolutely. We can feel simple here too because people can find us at Strat Chat Pod. You like that connection? Thank you so much. Yeah, listen. Thank you again, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And we're out of here. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.
So much.
Yeah,
Cheers, guys.